Good morning all, hope you're doing well. You had a nice weekend. I've got a new microphone stand, so hopefully you can hear me okay. The herd are now minus 10, so there's 10 people short in indices versus the one retail participant buying. So there's 10 bears versus the one bull, so we're getting a little bit skewed, okay. The technicals have been reset at 92 out of 100, so that's very strong. So technicals are pumping while the herd are selling, so that would be quite typical. Very, it tells us that they're very counter trend to do with what's actually going on in the world. I'm a little bit wary about the Dixie, I've got to be honest with you. So we have some Aussie USD trades from Friday, but I'm going to keep them running because I think we're potentially going to be a little bit at an extreme on the indices, and then we can fall momentarily on the indices and the dollar will just appreciate because the indices are going to fall. So we're going to keep those Aussie USD trades from Friday, and it's just basically a test just because we are still on demo, and I'm reluctant to have those losses because it looks a bit fake. So I'll show you what I mean and what could potentially happen on the indices today. We're like I say, we're quite extreme. So QDB scores, Aussie CAD and pound USD at the top, Euro USD. But it's worth noting they're very, very skewed on the Euro USD. There's these guys are going to get pretty destroyed. There's so many bears in the Euro USD, and you see price really, really pumped. So it's looking like we're going to see less bears on that particular pair, and because of that, it's going to be quite bearish. Okay, so we have to think of the dynamic flow across time. We can't go really beyond 10%. I mean, look, well, I suppose Euro CAD has done, but normally for such a liquid pair as the Euro USD, that would be very unusual to exceed 10%. So we're also very skewed on the CAD Swiss as well. So Euro CAD and CAD Swiss are very, very skewed. They've really moved a lot on the Euro Kiwi today. So yeah, got to be careful, and so I think potentially we're going to see a slight reversal on risk appetite today, and whatever happens today, it will reverse tomorrow because we've got the Fed minutes. So it's basically it's like a premeditation of the move, what's going to happen. It's front running positions. So if they're going to want things to pump tomorrow, things are going to dump today. Okay, so it's really, really tricky. It's very hard. Okay, so that's this spreadsheet taken care of. I'll show you the well, I told you about the robot, so we're just being patient with that, and bring that across. At DAX, we're just crazy skewed. This is going to be the first one to crumble because of the sentiment. We're 13% long, so those poor old bears. You can zoom out a long way, and they had sold it all the way down here, so we're very sideways. So the indices are going to be sideways today, so it's going to be like a fairly short video. But I think if any index is going to fall, it's going to have to be DAX because we're so extreme. There, 13%, right? And I'll show you S&P. We're 23%, so still skewed. We're not as bad as DAX. Very sideways. So I'm quite toppy, and the 4,500 is going to be like a magnet for the herd and the sheep, and they might get involved in 4,500. They might try and buy. We don't really know for sure, but it's going to be such a big round number. It's a bit like a liquidity magnet for dumb money, basically. So we'll have to see how we go there. So we might fluctuate on 4,500, and it's going to be a sideways affair. Then it'll be like eyes on the US yields to try and give the big fish a clue, and they might try and pressurize the USD and sedate the USD, and then we could potentially climb higher. So it's just going to be a monitor mode today, I think. Yeah, did that one, didn't we? No, we didn't. We did DAX. But yeah, just to say we're sideways and 24% long. So we still got a little bit more gas left in the tank before we completely destroy the bears, but still very skewed. Okay, and could be a little bit toppy up here, to be fair. We're quite sideways. And then gold. And then just to say is that FX SSI have got a Black Friday deal which they're going to announce tonight. So be sure to check the description in this video for a promo code, and it's a lifetime discount, lifetime offer at a 10% discount, and that's using the QDB code. Now they've gone long on gold, so you want to be keeping an eye on those lows Okay, and this is fairly okay since the fact it's fallen because they're going long, right? So that would be fairly normal. That would be fully expected to see some bearish activity here if they're buying. And that's it. So remember about the FX as a side deal. I'll let you guys know tomorrow, and I'll keep pumping it because it's a great thing to do. It's a lifetime deal, isn't it? And then it's just once you paid for it, that's it. You know, and you'd have to get those monthly bills coming out. You just pay it like a big lump sum, and then you've got it for life. And they are amazing indicators as well. So be sure to check out those products from fxssi.com, and I wish you a good day. But like I said, we're just going to be sideways monitor mode today, and if things start falling, the dollar's probably going to pump a little bit. So we have to try and estimate if it's going to be sustained or not. And you know, we probably could have like a momentary pause on the indices where they just have a little decline a little bit today. It'd be momentarily, and then it'll be by the dip. So yeah, basically don't want to be selling indices, okay? That's very key thing that I've been trying to tell people for months and months and months. Don't sell the indices because you're fighting those risk on flows, and you don't want to be doing that. So trade safely, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. I wholeheartedly recommend fxssi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both, and it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between, okay? And so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book, and you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel, and you can see how powerful the ratios are. And you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them, and if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew. But we do have a code if you want to, and it's just the QDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount. And that's it. So have a look, see what you think. And like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, so that's where you take profit, where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxssi.com, and enjoy your day.